Hello, everyone, and welcome to ADC Sports Dallas Primetime. I'm your host, Mauricio Rodriguez. Tonight, we have a special one because none other than Skywalker Steele is joining us to put together a Fixing the Cowboys off-season plan. We missed the few weeks of free agency, so there's not much we can do about that. But we're going to get some free agents in Dallas. We're going to put together a 3-round mock draft, and we'll have some fun with you guys tonight on ADC Sports Dallas. We have not done a crossover show in a while, Sky. How are you? And welcome to Primetime.
It's been a minute, man. We haven't had our MCU or DCU crossover episode since, I think, camp. Was it before season?
No,
camp?
We had one during the season. We had one, okay. You know what? We had one before the 49ers game, and we were like, all right, we'll do this again after the divisional round. And then we didn't get to the divisional round. So that's the reason. It's on the Cowboys. It's not on us. It's on the Cowboys.
I've been getting reminded about that game for the last week, and I don't like
it. We need to move past it. What is up, chat? Welcome to the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. Tommy Lumen, burner account. Is Sky that late today? This is Primetime Phil. No. This is this guy's second appearance on ADC Sports Dallas.
So that's how you know he's tuned in every day to the morning show.
Shout out to Este, Guru, Charlene, Evans, Kenneth. We have Tito Rodriguez on the chat as well over at Facebook. As always, Primetime guys, brought to you by FreemanHyundai.com. We will talk more about them on the right of the week in a few moments here on the show. And as always, make sure that you check out adcsports.com/Dallas for more Cowboys content and more Mavericks content. And I know Mavericks fans are super excited about what's to come. And hey, you can check out Alex and Ian's content over there on the site. So, tonight, Sky, we're going to kick things off with our free agency period before the NFL draft. I know there are not a lot of options out there. We will move on later on the show to a 3-round mock draft. At least not super big names, right? We missed the first wave of free agency. It would have been fun to do this with the first wave of free agency. But hey, one item is off the agenda. We were going to talk. We were going to discuss the possibility for a Brandin Cooks trade, but he re-signed with the Houston Texans. I need to ask you, though, before we move on to the free agency portion, were you interested at all in Brandin Cooks?
The fan in me, sure. But then, you realize very quickly when you become more realistic in what the Cowboys do, I just didn't think that was ever going to be an option. I think the price tag was going to be too high from a cap standpoint, and I think it would probably cost more draft capital than the Cowboys were comfortable with. So I kind of said that's a no for Brandin Cooks, and I had other wide receivers on the market I thought about.
But what if you were playing as the co-GM like we're doing tonight? If it was not up to the Jones, if it was not up to as you authored a song, the Catboy.
Well, I would have not signed Michael Gallup. So, that doesn't mean I don't like him. I would have traded for a Cooks, and that would have been my wide receiver 2 for the next trade for Cooks, extend him for 2 years. Hell yeah, I'd take that. I'd take that all day.
Underrated receiver right there. 6 out of his 8 seasons with over 1,000 yards. So, hey, he's off the market, though, re-signed by the Houston Texans. So the Cowboys and none other team in the NFL will be trading for him. So that's that. Now we move on to the free agency portion. Now, I know that Ryan Doyle is already throwing out names on the YouTube chat. Ryan says, we need to go after Laviska Shenault, make an offer to the Jacks. He has got a lot of untapped potential. And I know Shenault has been kind of I don't want to say underrated, but maybe forgotten about because he's in the Jaguars, right? And that happens with a lot of these big-time players. What would it take to maybe go get a guy like Shenault?
He's a guy that we featured this morning on the morning show. 2 trade options. Laviska Shenault was one of them. And I don't think it would cost you a whole lot because The Jaguars don't have a lot of leverage. They signed Zay Jones. They signed Christian Kirk. They signed Marvin Jones last year to a big contract. So he's kind of the forgotten man. I don't think it would take you a day 2 pick. I think you could get him for a day 3 pick or maybe a couple low end picks, like one of the 10 fifth rounders the Cowboys have. And he's not expensive, right? He's on his rookie contract. He's making like $2 million in the cap hit. I think it'd be an excellent addition. See what you got. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't cost you much, but he has the potential to be at least a wide receiver 3 at the very minimum. I think he'd be wide receiver 2 until Michael Gallup comes back.
Some mixed feelings over there in the YouTube chat. DJ Doc says Shenault is always injured. Nicholas says Shenault disappears just like Amari. But hey, I don't know that that's the case though.
Is he injured? I mean, I think he's played in at least 14 of the games the last 2. I mean, I could be wrong. I could check it out though.
Yeah, we could check it out right away because listen, I was not planning on putting together any trade after Brandin Cooks was off the market on tonight's show, but maybe that could be our first move before we even get to the free agency signings. Maybe we can go get a wide receiver for a day 3 pick because listen, we're picking the first 3 rounds only tonight, so it's not like we're going to miss a 4th rounder or 5th rounder. What do you say?
Listen, man, I'm all for trading a 4th or your second 4th your compensatory pick or a 5th round pick, 6th round, whatever, a day 3 pick for Laviska Shenault, who, by the way, he's played in 14 games his rookie year and 16 games his second year. So it doesn't sound like a guy that misses a lot of games to me. But he gets lost in Jacksonville because it's Jacksonville.
All right, listen. It's going to be our first move as co-GMs of the Dallas Cowboys because remember, guys, that is what we're doing tonight on ADC Sports Dallas Primetime. Will Steele and I will take over the Cowboys. We'll move Stephen Jones, Will McClay, Jerry aside, and we'll take over this chip. And hey, our first move.
Let's keep Will McClay in the room. Yeah. I'm cool. Will McClay can stay in the room, man.
Yeah, McClay. We will need McClay when we get more than anything when we get to the mock draft portion of the show. So McClay stays. Jerry and Stephen are out of the war room. And listen, we've gotten let's say the compensatory pick. Let's not make it a 5th rounder, but let's not make it the first 4th rounder either. So let's go with the 4th comp and let's get Laviska Shenault from the Jaguars. So there you go. We have our first move.
That changes things for the draft, and I love it.
All right. Hit the like button, by the way, guys. Remember, that helps us continue to grow the ADC Sports Dallas community. So hit the like button. Let's see. Shane Carter says, don't disrespect Will. Talking about McClay there. Shout out to Shane, who's on ADC Sports doing a great job. All right. Let's move on to free agency. What is, and this is going to be a question for the chat as well. Sky, who are you looking for? What is the one free agent that you would like the Cowboys to add pre-draft? And now that you are the co-GM, we can go about it. Who do you have?
Now that I don't have to plead, I can actually make this signing happen. Go get me Calais Campbell to play defensive tackle next to Osa and Neville. Rotate in that rotation, I should say. It's the one position the Cowboys do not have addressed going into the draft and really haven't had, addressed in a number of years, a player of that caliber. Now, you might say, Sky, he's old. He's older, but he's still really productive, right? So I'm not saying he needs to play 70% of the snaps or 55, 60 snaps per game. No, the 30 snaps that he's probably going to get in this rotation, he will be extremely better than Brent Urban, in my opinion, who a lot of people want to bring back. Extremely better than a Quentin Bohanna or whoever, Carlos Watkins, or whoever the hell you want to put next to those guys. Go get me a defensive tackle that could help make a difference and build a bridge to maybe your future defensive tackle that you get in a draft. Calais Campbell, sign me up.
Hey, I do love it. You know who I had on my list, and I will not make it that because, of course, we would be addressing the same position. Akeem Hicks is another possibility maybe that I would love. But let's get Calais Campbell here. And you know what? Low-key, I would hold out faith for the Cowboys to actually make that move because he wouldn't be expensive, Sky. He could be one of those low-risk, high-reward bets that this front office features every offseason. So that wouldn't surprise me.
Can I ease some people's minds because they look at the age, and I'm telling you, go look at the tape. They go look at
Yeah.
just the age. There's certain players that are able to play well into their 30s, and he's been one of them. He's played in at least 14 games, 8 of the last 9 years, Cowboys Nation. So it's not like this is a guy that is old and gets hurt. Okay. So he's a guy that goes out there and he plays.
All right. That's awesome. I do like that move. And hey, that's one. Not that it changes a lot for the NFL draft, but now you're not desperate to go get a defensive lineman because you need that depth. People have been talking about Brent Urban. I would like Brent Urban back. I would like maybe Campbell or Hicks better, but I would like Urban back as well. A lot of people are throwing out some interesting suggestions. I want to run this by you because you're my co-GMs, Kai. Am I allowed to make a double-digit per year signing?
You mean $10 million or more?
Yeah, per year. Maybe you can get this guy for $10 million per year. What do you think?
We the GMs, right? It depends.
Yeah, but
on the
hey,
person.
we're co-GM, so I'm running it by you.
All right, so you're trying to make me, become Cat Boy. Is that what you're trying to do? Trying to make me become Cat Boy tonight? Who are we talking about that's going to pay $10+ million?
Man, I think that would be like the max that JC Tretter could command in the free agent market because he's still unsigned. And listen, I don't have anything against Tyler Biadasz, but I do think that the Cowboys could use an upgrade at one of the most important positions across the offensive line. And JC Tretter is a veteran. He has not missed games. Listen, this is what we're doing tonight. We're doing anything to rebuild the Cowboys, and if that means the drop is going to fall.
Let me tell you something. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, hold on. Is Mo coming out of the screen right now? All right, cool. It's just your backdrop.
Did I just get that excited for JC Tretter? That's what you were. That's what was going through your mind.
That was Stephen Jones' ghost telling you, sit down, Mo. Ain't getting paid no $10 million. JC Tretter, I would love to bring him in.
He has not missed any games since, I believe, 2016, I want to say, because he missed a few games back then. But he has been starting for the Browns consistently. He's a good center. He is a player that can actually fit in the locker room right away. Leader of the Players Union. He's a teammate guy. I would like JC Tretter in Dallas a lot.
He would stabilize that middle of the line, and then whatever guards you draft, I think you feel a lot more comfortable with Tretter next to him as opposed to Biadasz, who, again, I'm not down Biadasz, but I've been saying this for last year, or for the last probably 5 months. If there's an upgrade available, I'm all about upgrading, whether it be with Linderbaum or with a JC Tretter.
And here's the thing. And I'm disappointed that Linderbaum is not among the pre-draft visitors for the Cowboys, because I know it's not the be-all, but historically, Cowboys have drafted some of their visitors. But here's the thing. If you get a player like Tretter, you might not be addressing left guard directly, but if there's a guy you want there at 24, you're also not feeling forced to get Green or to get Zion Johnson.
Honestly, they probably feel that way anyway. I feel like they're okay with the McGovern if they need to be. But obviously they're interested in Zion and Kenyon Green because they were brought in for the 30 visit.
For sure.
I got a feeling there could be some better players than those guys at 24. And if it's a defensive player, you take it. I think you could still get a guard that could come in and play day 2.
All right, you know what? Let's sign Tretter. Let's make it a. What do you think it's fair? 2-year, $10 million per year, or 3-year contract?
It'll probably be something like 3 years, and then but 2-year with the out type of thing, right?
All right,
that's usually how they do it.
Let's dream. Let's dream a little bit. Let's make it. Let's make it this way. Then let's get JC Tretter. So our 2 free agent additions were Calais Campbell, JC Tretter, and then we also traded for Laviska Shenault, the 4th comp pick. So I think we are. How would you grade this?
Let's read some of these contracts. Michael Helton says 3 years, $24 million. TC915, 3 years, $27 million.
I would love those numbers. I would love them.
I'm with that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll do 3 years, 27 or 24, whatever. And then, but after the second year, you can get out with the minimal cap. You know how they do, right? They
Yeah.
have an out ready after about 2 years or 3 years if it's a 5 year type deal. So
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I like to describe it this way. It could be a 3-year contract, but 2-year commitment, right?
yeah. Now don't get it twisted. This is some money that they'll be, putting towards this team in year one. Campbell on a 1 year deal, by the way, y'all. I'm not trying to sign him forever. 1 year deal. It's probably going to cost you north of 5 or 6 million because he's still good. So he could be
Yeah.
looking at something like 7-8 million. Then Shredder with a 3 year deal, you can actually minimize that cap hit. So I like it. I think it's possible. I think you can do it, and I think you're a better team with Shenault, Campbell, and Shredder.
Yeah, for sure. This would never happen, of course, in the real world. But hey, we're playing GMs, and burner account just said, let me see if I can find that comment. He said, Mo and Sky, you should start a show and name it the GMs. Hey, that's actually not a bad idea. We need to write that one down. Yeah.
Write that one
Let's
down.
see. Stephen White says, unless London or Lloyd, maybe. But hey, must still to making the line the best. We need an offensive tackle, thin or starter, lineman, center, Faulkner, Cam Jurgens. Stephen White throwing out some ideas in the YouTube chat. Joey Bella says, I really hope also he's part on that list you put for sure. All right, guys. All right. So I think we can move on then to the NFL draft portion of the show, and we can do it. We can get someone very good at pick 24, I believe. And hey, you're the guest, Sky, so I'm just letting you know you're going to have the final vote in this mock draft. You're going to be turning the card in. We'll have the discussion. I will give you my thoughts. You will obviously say your thoughts, but you're going to turn the card in, Sky, because you're the guest on tonight's
So you're making me
prime
Jerry.
time. Yeah, I'm making you Jerry. Yes, sir. I'm going
Well,
to replace
so here's
Stephen
what
because
we'll
Will
do.
stayed.
Here's what we'll do. If I'm Jerry, you're Steven, and if we're at odds, we'll let the chat decide on the pick. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I do.
Unlike
Hey,
Jerry, who won't let the fans decide, I'll let the fans decide.
I love that idea. So let's get to it. We will use the PFF simulator, but we were talking before we went live, and we decided that we need to change the settings because we've used this simulator a few times by now. And
Yeah, I
we
pretty
kind
much
of,
got the players down pat. I know where they're going to be at.
yeah. So what could we change? I think that we could change the draft for needs. It's usually a little bit higher. I think we can put it to the lesser side and maybe care for positional value a little bit more.
Now we're going into this draft with the assumption of, or not the assumption, but with having Shenault, Campbell, and Shredder, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's keep
So
that
we're
in mind,
doing full
Cowboys
off
Nation.
season, kind of.
Let's keep that in mind, chat. When we're making these picks, we've kind of filled some holes that allow us to be more flexible, something we talked about this morning.
All right. How do you feel about these settings? What would you change, Sky?
Hey, listen, man. You whatever settings you want to do. I don't ever touch them, so I didn't even know they were there to just now.
All right. This is what I will do. I will put positional value about at half because I actually do think that's how NFL teams operate. They care about positional value a lot. That's why you see quarterbacks drafted when there are not good quarterbacks, and why offensive tackles always climb the board. So I think we can use these settings.
Go ahead and put. I'm just kidding right now, but put positional value all the way up so that Jordan Davis falls to 24.
All right. Yes, I like it. That would be cheating, though, Sky.
I know.
All right, let's see. Let's get this. All right, enter draft, and here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Sky and Mo at the wheel of the Dallas Cowboys organization. We will start the draft right now. Here we go. And it's on slow because, hey, fast, it's too fast for me, and I usually don't get the I don't get
wow
the names.
Hamilton, what, number 2? Stingley, number 3.
There you go. Stingley at number 3 is a little bit of a surprise.
I don't think Hamilton's going to go 2 either. And I love Hamilton, by the way, but
a lot of mocks have him at number 2, and that kind of surprises me. I keep climbing up because I'm busy.
Laviska at 9.
All right. Ooh, oh, sorry for the All right, I'm not going to move it there. Trayvon Walker. Some people were calling Trayvon Walker to be number one, and that was crazy. He's
Yeah,
actually
Bucky.
the second favorite.
Yeah, Bucky Brooks and those guys. Oh, Jordan Davis is off the clock. They've
Devin
been
Lloyd.
pounding the table for Trayvon Walker in the top 5.
That's crazy. Devonta Wyatt. So one defensive lineman off the board. Jermaine Johnson. A lot of people saying that he might not go as high as some people think.
Ooh,
Now, Kobe Dean.
So both the top linebackers are gone.
And then Linderbaum.
Well, we don't need Linderbaum because we got Treader. So let's keep that
exactly. Oh my God, we've got 9 trade offers. Are we looking at trade offers?
That's a lot. That's a lot. Let's see what we got going on in regards to who's on the board.
All right, let's see this. All right. You've got Bernard Raymond. Chris Olave's there. We know he's a pre-draft visitor for the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Let's see. David Ojabo. Treylon Burks. Zion Johnson. We know he's in play. Let's see. Daxton Hill. I do love Daxton Hill. I know he's not really an option for the Cowboys, but I love the idea of Daxton Hill. Kenyon Green also on the board.
Oof.
So you've got, I think, as the more likely options, you have Green, Zion Johnson. All right, I don't think we're missing anyone from.
You're sitting pretty right now.
I will go up.
If we're trying to put our Cowboys hat on, Olave, Green, Zion, and Burks all were 30 visits, and they're all on the board.
That's right.
Could you go down a few picks and pick up an extra third?
Let's see who's interested in trading. Ooh, I love this. The Packers are interested in trading. I love the 28th pick, man.
Yeah. So if I can get me an extra third here, I'm still sitting at, I'm going to have one of those guys available.
All right, let's see how the chat feels. The chat says trade back, says Michael Helton. Eminem goes with Olave. Trade down. Yeah, people like the trade down idea.
Well, yeah,
Tommy is dying for Treylon Burks, though.
Here's why. In the Burks would probably, man, it's tough because Burks fits the mold of the guys we have: Shenault, Washington, Gallup, and CD Lamb, physical wide receivers, and then obviously Burks has the upside to be a potential one down the road, but he would come in and be your number 2 right away. But man, that gives you a lot of physical presence at that position. But Olave gives you a different element that's not in the room currently.
Exactly.
And if you trade down 4 picks, between Green, Zion, Olave, and Burks, you're there. And that's the beauty of why you trade for Shenault. You're not forced right here to make a decision. You can try to trade back and maybe pick up an extra pick.
You know what makes it so interesting? That you have wide receiver needy teams and offensive line needy teams in between the 24th and the 28th overall pick. So this could backfire in such an epic way.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so there's 4 picks in front of us as opposed to one.
Does that change your mind at all?
No, I would take the risk. I would risk it. If I can pick up an extra. There's 2-day 2 wide receivers and guards.
What are we asking for? Let's see what the machine says.
Oh yeah, I want 53rd.
53rd is off the table.
Oh, it says trade is lopsided. Oh, I see what you. Oh, okay. So you already picked 53. No. So go 28, 53, right? Let's see. And if we can finesse this thing. We'll give you 88.
88.
Yeah. Okay.
47. I think that's worthy shot.
Well, it says you think 47%? Well, let's see what happens.
Let's flip a coin. Let's see. Look at that, Sky.
There we go, baby.
Look at that, Sky. We've got 28. We've got 28, 53rd, and 56. Sky, I am already loving this. I will tell you this.
I like it. I moved down 4 spots, and I pick up an extra 3rd round pick. Yeah. Now instead of 3 picks, we got 4 picks in the top 100.
Now listen, the damage is done. But I want to read this comment from Shane Carter. He said, "I really don't want to trade with Green Bay and let them take a better player ahead of you." Hey, listen, I get where Shane is coming from, but I wouldn't consider that, to be honest. I know we have nightmares with Green Bay, but I would do it in a heartbeat.
They're likely taking Burks or Olave, right?
Oh, they're for sure they're taking a
to.
wide receiver right now. For
Yeah.
sure. All right, let's go. Let's see who it is. Let's resume the draft. Here we go. The Packers are now on the clock. They took Olave.
There we go. Chris Olave, of course.
They took Olave. And then you had Raymond of the board.
There we go. That's all we needed. We just needed one.
That guarantees us Burks or...
That's all we needed.
We still have a choice.
We
still have a choice.
We're good. We're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
All you needed was one player to go in front of you there to throw things off a bit, and you're sitting pretty. You can go with the guard in this position, or you can take Burks in this position.
All right, so here's the thing.
Who you thinking?
I'm thinking Burks or Green. I have a hard time believing it's not any of those two. I love Sky Moore. I do have Burks well ahead of him.
I'm thinking this is Burks, man.
Sky, see, this is why I like you. Because remember, we do have J.C. Tretter on our offensive line now.
Yeah, you do.
Like
you have J.C. Tretter, and I think if you're looking at the board, I'm pretty sure they'll have Burks higher than Green on the board. It may not be by a lot, but it's enough, in my opinion, when you're sitting there. I like the value. You move down a few spots, pick up an extra third, and I still get Treylon Burks.
Yeah. The chat is telling us who they think. And it feels a little bit of a 50-50 sentiment among Cowboys Nation. Stephen White is going with Green. Sin City Cowboys going with Green. Burke City is Robert Chook. And that's that running back says Showtime Kenyon Green.
And here's the thing about it. I don't think you lose at all with whatever one you take there, right? Like Green, it would be an excellent pick. I think Burks is an excellent pick. It's just a matter of, do you feel more comfortable in round 2 taking the opposite of those positions? Or do you say, you know what? We did pick up Shenault, right? But we still need a left guard, right? And you can feel comfortable saying, if I don't see the receiver there at 56, I do have Shenault. But let's be honest, I think Treylon Burks is way better than Shenault. So,
last night we had a conversation about Treylon Burks and why I was falling in love with the idea of finding Burks at 24th. I like it a lot because, listen, you have an X receiver in Michael Gallup, X receiver in Gallup, slot wide receiver that's also your number one wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb, and then I can 100% see Burks filling in those two roles then and again. Because I can see him as an X receiver, even though he's talked more about the inside guy with the short passes to him and then him making the big plays. But I can also see him winning outside with that size and that speed. I love that versatility that he would provide the Cowboys wide receiver room. I think that Dallas could play with every kind of matchup if they get someone like Burks. So
I'm going to go with them with Burks. And I'm going to hope that there's a guard there in round 2 or 3 that I like, because I got Tretter. Let's remember, I have Tretter, so I feel really good about plugging a round 2 or 3 guard next to him, and between Tretter and Tyron Smith, I think we can get by with that. With a guy like Burks, who probably won't step in as your wide receiver 1, but that's fine. In a system that doesn't feature one player, I've said this a lot. Give me a bunch of good players then. Yeah. Right. Like, I don't want to go into the season with CeeDee Lamb, Washington, Noah Brown, and Simi Fehoko. If I'm going to be a spread the ball around type, let me spread the ball around to dudes that could do something with the rock. Now I got CeeDee Lamb, Burks, Shenault, and Washington, and I could say, hey, Michael Gallup, take your time, brother. Come on back in October. Take your time. Get healthy. And now when you come back, you're a part of that. And I don't think we'll hear anybody come out in the media and say, hey, I'm not getting the ball. I would love to be a part of it. This and that, and this. So Burks.
100%. 100%. It's Burks. So before we turn the card in, before we do so, let me talk to you guys about the ride of the week, because it's the 2022 Ioniq Hybrid, not your typical hybrid. You can check it out over at freemanhyundai.com. And listen to me, it starts at only $26,080. It's got incredible miles per gallon, 58 in the city, 60 in the highway, Apple CarPlay. You guys know that I love Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 2 front LCD monitors, a backup camera, and you can check out more of its features over at freemanhyundai.com. Family-owned business for over 65 years. And if you go into the site, you can check out a lot of cool features like a 360 view of the interior, of the exterior. So make sure you check that out over on their site. All right, now we can turn Treylon Burks card in. Let me share the screen once again.
PFF probably ain't gonna let PFF grade. The draft grades are strange.
The draft grades are strange. Oh yeah, everything that a PFF does, other than the stats, is kind of weird. I don't hate it, but it is weird. All right, let's turn the card in. And remember, we have 2 second-round draft picks. We don't have 88.
Oh, that's right. 56 is the second round. Yeah. 53 or whatever it was.
BPA, Treylon Burks. Man, I'm super curious to see what the Chiefs do with their 29 and 30th pick.
Well, they got Daxton Hill.
Yeah, and Ojabo.
They went to Michigan.
Yeah, I would not like that from the Chiefs, I believe. Sky Moore.
Look, Scott, they said, listen, we traded Josh Shenault. We'll pick up Sky Moore.
Hey, that is right. That is exactly right. Dotson. I do like Dotson.
I like Dotson too. So no Sky Moore, no Dotson. Looking at receiver wise.
Kenny Pickett in Seattle. I would not like that. Man, I love Travis Jones, by the way. I know that the Cowboys are not going to take him, but I do love Travis Jones.
Man, the run on the corners. There goes Kenyon. The run on the corners went crazy.
Yeah. Reader. Ooh, Reader in the NFC East.
That makes sense for them. They need a Q.
Yeah.
I feel good about the linebacker spot too, mind you. I love as soon as I talk.
You just had to. And man.
I mean, not that I'm a big Harris fan, but I'm just saying the run on him. Damn, I love Chad Muma, y'all.
You just felt like you had to.
I know I should have shut up. So we got 2 picks in the next 4. I love this.
All right. Let's see the players.
Can we see the guards real quick? I just want to see what we got.
All right. Yeah, you want to make sure about the guards. I like that.
Guards / tackle, because some guys are going to, let's go tackle, because there's going to be some guys that are going to be like Kennard, right? That they're going to slide in, like Sellier, right? That are going to slide in.
Ooh, I do like Sellier.
Yeah, we can hold off on them. One of them will be available, I think, at 55, 56. So we can hold off on the guards on this pick.
All right. I like that.
Joshua says, Sky, did we sign Treader, or are you saying we should? We did. In this situation, and I wish I had a note I could plug somewhere.
But to be clear, we did in our little game that we're playing of being co-GMs, but the Cowboys didn't actually do it, just to be super clear.
Oh, yeah. But we're playing again. Oh, my bad. Damn, I probably got y'all hopes up. No, today's show, Mo and myself are playing GM.
Yeah.
And we got Shenault, Campbell, defensive tackle, and center Treader. Oh yeah, I might have messed up.
Joshua was about to party, man.
My bad, Josh.
All right.
What about wide receivers? I didn't see Pickens. Oh, we already took
Pickens was drafted.
Oh, did he?
Pickens,
okay.
Yeah, Pickens was gone in 38.
Okay. Out of curiosity, can I see the receivers real quick?
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Colbert
I feel good about the perk. I feel good about the Burke pick.
Yeah.
The Burks pick. Feel good about that. I love that.
And hey, if you're looking for an X receiver though, later in the draft, all of these guys, you can see them as X's. Tolbert, Ross, Watson, Pierce. If the Cowboys did not address wide receiver before the third round, Pierce is a guy that I would be looking at.
He feels like a Mike McCarthy guy, but I don't know if he's a Kellen Moore guy.
Interesting. Yeah. So I would consider an Akbari. I don't know if it's too early for him, but I would consider him.
I don't think so. I like Benito too, and definitely because Benito could be he could be like that Leo type role.
Oh, I had not seen him.
Yeah, he's still there, and we know that uh, Dan Quinn loves a versatile type of dude. He loves chess pieces, and I feel like he can be a chess. Dan Quinn could do some great things with Nick Benito, man. That's really intriguing to me right now.
All
You
right,
know, I
let's
really
see.
wasn't thinking edge in round 2, but we got that extra pick,
The
and
chat does agree. Primetime
yeah.
Phil is going with Benito. Iceberg Q burner account says Benito.
Can I see the
Shane
see the
Carter.
backers?
All right, the backers. Yeah, let's see the
Yeah.
backers. Ooh,
Uh,
because Michael Helton is bringing up Kay Walker, and I don't
uh-huh.
believe, I do
He
not believe that he is off the board.
He's not. But I will say this now that you did mess the settings up, but I think Quay, you could get him on here in the third.
Oh, but you see, we
No,
don't have a
we
third.
don't have a third. Yeah.
All right, let me filter to the linebackers real quick so we can make sure. I did see Troy Anderson there. All right, so we have Brian Asamoah, Troy Anderson, Brandon Smith, Quay Walker. There he is. It's a
Uh,
tough one, man.
I still have Benito.
Yeah, I prefer him over Walker. I agree.
That's my. I'm Benito's the guy for me at this. I didn't think he wasn't there in any of the mocks that we did the last 2 weeks. So
All right, let's take Benito. Let's take. You know what? Let's do it because
future.
I do not feel great about the Cowboys edge rushers. To be honest, I'm actually quite concerned about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got Dante Fowler, who could be, I think have a solid year, but again, we're not drafting for 1 year, right? We're
No,
projecting,
exactly.
we're projecting beyond that as well. And I thought Dorrance Armstrong played well, but I think Benito could be better than Dorrance in due time.
Here's how I kind of have described it. With Gregory, for example, you had Gregory and then you had a rotation behind him. Now I feel like the Cowboys only have their rotation, like Fowler,
Mm.
and you have Fowler, you have Armstrong. They're a rotation, but there's not one guy
You
up front.
Last year you had D Law and Randy, and in the rotation. This year you have D Law and a rotation.
That's
Right.
starting somehow, some way.
That's starting right. I think Benito, you get him in year 1, you let Dan Quinn use him as that chess piece, move him everywhere, slide him around, blitz him here, blitz him there, loop, do all the crazy stuff that Dan Quinn likes to do as he continues to progress and get better and develop. And then next year, Dante Fowler moves on, right? And maybe Benito becomes your bookend opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence. And now you have 2 guys and back to your normal rotation. So this is Benito, guys.
All right, yeah, let's turn the card in. I know it's a little bit more controversial than the first pick when we only had like 2 players, but it's the second round, so that's just natural. It had to happen. I know I think it was D Block who was saying, "Are we taking Benito over Quay Walker?" But yeah, that's exactly what
Hey,
we're doing.
we can get Quay if we want at 56. I'm
We
pretty sure he'll be
could,
there.
yeah, we could. It's a matter of
There
what
we
do we
go.
prefer.
There we go.
Okay, Sky, we need to check out those 8 trade offers though.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can slide back and pick up a third rounder.
Oh, mamma mia.
2 picks. We are just, hey, I like this little setting you put. All right, yeah. All right, Lana. What can you give us, Lana? Let's go see what they got
All
there.
right,
We don't even need to look.
let's
Uh
see.
58. 74 still in the third, right?
Yeah, 74 still in the third. Yeah, because the Cowboys' 88th pick was still in the third.
Oh, I don't know if they're gonna do
Actually,
this.
the 82nd. They could actually do the 82nd. All right. Let me see what
So
their response is.
yeah, let's see. Yeah,
We
I
need to
mean,
throw some stuff in there.
it's gonna be tough. We might have to dig into next year's, and I don't know if we want to do that, but
Yeah. Yeah, throwing in next year's always seems a little bit more like unrealistic in these
well,
scenarios, right?
let's try Green Bay. Hey, Green Bay,
All
how
right.
you doing? You remember us?
Oh, yeah, we already, hey, Noah.
See if we can get our 88 pick back.
These guys know us.
No, we can go 92. Let's be realistic here.
All right, yeah. Oh, all right. How do we feel about that?
So if we do that, we'll have got one, two. We'll still have 4 picks. 4 picks in the top 100. After this, you're not picking for a long time. No, you're not picking till 155. Um, hey, I'm down with that. You give me 4 picks. Listen, how we feeling, chat? Would you guys take this?
Burner account straight up says send it. Lisa, thank you for your donation on ADC Sports Dallas Primetime. We appreciate you. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Lisa. And Esther says still need guard tackle, and this is why we're trying to get back into that top 100 so we can get guard tackle, or not guard tackle, guard linebacker. I send it, man.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Tommy does say make the pick. Michael Helton says trade a little further back.
Well, who else is available in that situation? I think this is fantastic, though. Only got to go back 3 picks.
Yeah, I feel good about. I feel good about this trade. Do we?
If they say no, we'll go to the next.
All right, let's get it. Look at that, Sky. Man, we're killing this. Hey, being a GM is kind of easy.
if only we could just GM.
All right, let's resume the draft. I think that the guys that we were looking at 56, have a strong feeling pretty much all of them are going to be there at 59.
Before we resume, let's kind of review what we got here.
All right, yeah. Is there a way that I can look at that?
No, I'm just gonna tell Josh. Jacob. Treylon Burks with the first pick, we traded back. Then our second pick, we got Nick Benito. He was there at 53. And with the third pick, we traded back again with Green Bay, and now here we are.
And in free agency, we had added Calais Campbell, J.C. Treader, and we traded a 5th-round pick for Shenault. Oh, wait. The 129 pick is not the 5th rounder, right?
We got 3 of them, so it doesn't matter.
All right. All right.
They got one of those. They got one of them.
Yeah, but continuity was important.
Right.
All right. Let's resume the draft. Let's go. 3 teams picking before us. Here we go. Tyler Smith. So there goes an offensive lineman. Another offensive lineman. Kennard is off the board, guys. I'm sorry.
Tyler Smith would have been a good one there, too, for a guard.
Yeah, I would have liked that.
We still got Jamari there. If we want to go guard here.
Oh, Salyer? Yeah, I do like Salyer.
I think he's still there.
Yeah, he should be.
Trey's still there. Yep.
Parham is a player that I also like. I'm not saying that for this pick, but also a guy that I would like the Cowboys to look at.
I like Jamari here, man.
Yeah, I also do. Looking at a few other options, and remember, we do have 92 left. I think we could look at linemen, Jamari in this scenario. You can also look at linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see the linebackers before we make the pick?
We can. I think Quay is still there.
Yeah, so Troy Anderson and Quay Walker are still there.
Hell, Brandon Smith is still there. One of those athletes. And Troy is another athlete. And we're talking about 92. So we got a lot of picks.
Yeah, we do.
In front of us, right?
We do.
A lot of picks in front of us. But the fact that I'm getting 3 picks in my top 60, I need this one to play, brother. I need him to play, right? So the pick that's going to play, I think is going to be Jamari.
I will agree. Oh, he's listed as a tackle, though, right? In here?
Yes, yeah, I believe so.
He is. All right. I like Jamari. And the chat also likes him. A lot of people saying Salyer. JP also going with Salyer in the YouTube chat. Bailey, Gordon. So a lot of people are for this move. Tommy as well. And we need to do Tommy right because he was, I think, disappointed that we didn't get a guy in the second round. But I cannot remember who it was. All right. Let's roll the dice with Jamari Salyer. So here we go. That's the pick. And then we have one more pick in the 92. So that will be our 3rd pick. So I think we can.
Yeah, a long way to go. we can speed that up.
We can speed that up, yeah. And just see where we land. All right.
So There's Quay.
Goldberg.
He's gone. So we got our left guard for the future, who's going to be much stronger than the guy that we had prior, right?
Yes, sir.
We got our defensive end of the future, our edge rusher, our speed guy, opposite of D-Law, and we got our wide receiver in Treylon Burks. I think you got some impact players here.
Yeah, I think we're really turning this around, Sky.
I think this one is going to be the tricky one, though.
Yeah.
You know
Ed
why?
Ingram went in the 19th pick. And I know he was off the board for us because we already took an offensive lineman. But that's also a player that, if you can look past the off the field, because I know that he got suspended in 2018, but Ed Ingram, I believe, is a guy that can start, man.
Yeah, he seems to be a Cowboy fan favorite.
Yeah. This is a tough one, Sky.
But you know, this one right here, now PFF is not going to like it. Linebacker is where I'd look. But
Right.
in real life, if my man Jelani Woods is still
in the third?
I don't think he's going to be there on day 3 or when we pick. The PFF don't like it. PFF do not like you taking Johnny Woods in the top 100. They're going to give you an F for the pick.
Woods would be interesting up here, man.
Linebacker is very pressing at this point. Who's the top ranked backer they got right now?
JoJo.
And then Clark got hurt, but some people don't like Clark. We brought in Oklahoma State linebacker, didn't we? I think he's gone though.
Wait, who?
Was it Oklahoma State? The Devin something? Not Lloyd, obviously. It was another.
In the visits?
Yeah, in the visits, yeah.
Yeah, I think they did. All right, so I have them right here. Let's make sure.
All my favorite backers are gone.
Let's make sure. It was Devin. No, that's Devin Lloyd. Devin. It's a Devin
Harper.
Devin Harper from Oklahoma State. Now Malcolm Rodriguez is here, but I do not see any Devin Harper. Maybe he's already taken. Can I search for players to see if they have been taken?
If you go back to the linebackers, there weren't that many left. Unless he's ranked 160 something. If you go back real quick to that.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot that it wasn't on the. Oh, I need to get the.
Yep.
The overlay off. So linebacker, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Here's another athlete.
Let me do this. Yes, sir.
And he's way down anyway. PFF ain't gonna like it.
Some of these guys?
Yeah, no. We're once you're getting all the way down here, man, you're talking about day 3. Even when you get
undrafted
further. Yeah. Well, these guys undrafted, yeah. So that's the risk you take when you don't take a backer with the first 3 picks, right? You kind of lose the guys that you really, really like. In this case, I ain't gonna hold you. Give me Jelani Woods.
Hey, I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against it because I do feel so good about our draft that I'm up for
he even
risk.
there? Is he even there?
Isaiah Likely is there. What? Jeremy Rocker? Kate Otton?
Well, we're at 92. Get those linebackers out of there. This is confusing me here. Get the linebackers out of there.
Yeah.
Go in the search.
Yeah. Oh my God, Sky, there are a lot of linebackers on the board.
You mean tight ends?
Tight ends, excuse me.
Yeah.
Dude.
Jelani's there. And they're not going to like that pick, but that's my favorite tight end, man.
Over these guys?
Over all of them.
You're looking at the offside, Sky.
Absolutely.
That's fair, of course. That's fair.
Without a doubt. I'm projecting outward, and I'm not looking at it year 1. I'm looking at him year 1 more like Martellus Bennett rookie year, where he was tight end 2 to Jason Witten. Was the blocker and red zone guy. Had 4 touchdowns. Was an excellent blocker. Jelani Woods is an excellent blocker that developed into a pass catcher with a high ceiling. And we don't know what's going on with our tight end 1, Dalton Schultz, right? Is he going to get re-signed? Is he not? They brought in 4 tight ends. Jeremy Ruckert was one of them.
Yeah, I think that if you
And
draft a tight end in day 2, you're not getting Schultz back. Or even if you get Jelani Woods at some point, I don't think Schultz gets the long-term extension, to be honest with you.
listen, this wouldn't be the first time they did that. They did it twice.
Oh,
They took I
100%.
don't you're pretty young, but they took Escobar in the second round, the top of the
Yeah,
second round, while
yeah, I
they had
remember that.
they had Jason Witten in his prime. They also took Martellus Bennett and they had Jason Witten in his prime. So this wouldn't be, new. You know what I'm saying? Do we dare trade back again?
All right, let's look at the options. Yeah, because I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a fan of
Tight end this
getting
early.
Jelani here.
Oh, I would. I wouldn't.
I like
I'd be fine.
Jelani. I don't know about at 92 though.
You remember it's 92, but it's your fourth pick.
Yeah, because you don't have forward rounders anymore.
Right. So this is your fourth pick. You're not picking again to 155.
All right, let's see what the Bengals would be. I don't think 136. I don't think that would work. 174. Should we try with 136?
Well, yeah, we won't pick it. It won't be during this 3-rounder, but nonetheless, we'll pick up a fourth, I want to say compensatory-ish pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Do I try it?
That'll give us, I think, that put us back in the 4th round, something where we're not at. Yeah.
I think it will be rejected, but here we go. Yeah, it was rejected. This is our first trade offer.
We can spice it up. We can give him 176, 178 on him, John.
All right, let's try. Ooh, look at that. 99%.
Yeah, whoa. Try 193 then.
I'm not offering that.
Yeah. Try 193.
All right. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, it's like taking candy from a baby.
There we go. Now we're back in the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is that the compensatory? Yeah, because I think Dak wasn't Dak like 135?
Yeah.
I think Dak, yeah. So that's the 4th round. Absolutely, all day and tomorrow.
Is it the 4th round? All right.
I think.
Here we go. Trade accepted. So we traded back just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So we're not drafting the 4th. That is right. We're not drafting the 4th.
We're not. But if we're projecting,
but we know,
right? Yeah. Now we got our 4th round back.
All right, Sky.
Do we go tackle here?
I'm all for the tight end. I will allow you to pick Jelani Woods, man. I know that you want him. I need to give you that possibility before we go.
What about this? If we want to get the PFF grade to give us a great grade, you just take the top tight end here. But
I want to fix the Cowboys.
I just really think Jelani Woods can be fantastic. I really do, man. I think.
All right, you know what, Sky? I know that I told you that you were making the pick, but Chris is actually making it.
You're kicking me. I'm about to say you're kicking me out the room. You Stephen Jones and me.
Yeah, I'm taking
the card out of my hand.
No, but Chris is just like, it's giving us that little push that we needed. He's saying, Woods, stop being scared. So we're taking Jelani Woods. I know a lot of people will not like it, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit. PFF ain't gonna like it. They're gonna hate this. They're gonna give us an F for that pick.
All right, there you go. So let's just speed it up all the way until the end. And this is our mock draft. We got a little bit crazy with it, but I love it. Here we go. Stay on your seat. They're grading.
I think the Benito value threw off our needs, right? Oh, yeah. Shit. I thought they were going to, I thought because of the Jelani Woods pick, we can't see the bottom, brother. You got to take, there we go. See, yeah. I thought because of the Jelani Woods pick, they would give us a bad grade. But yeah, it didn't work. I'll walk away with this in the top. If I get 4 picks in the top 95, and these are it, this to me looks like a future core of your team. You know what I mean? Like Benito is a core defensive edge guy. Treylon Burks is your core weapon. Jamari is your stalwart, your starting guard for a while. And Jelani Woods can slide in after the first year and be a tight end 1. You can go to Dalton Schultz and say, listen, brother, if we can't come to a conclusion here, we'll develop Jelani.
Hey,
I like this draft.
I think we did fix the Cowboys. It was the intentions, guy. When we got here, we were aiming to fix the Dallas Cowboys for 2022, and I think we kind of achieved that. I don't know what the chat believes, but I think that they liked it.
Don't forget, we got Tretter, Campbell, and Shenault.
Yeah.
And we picked up a 4th round pick. So we come back on day 2 or day 3, right? And see what we get in the 4th round. Maybe it's that linebacker. Maybe it's that we already got our guard. Maybe it's that defensive tackle, right? So this would be a hell of a goddamn start. You kidding me?
Yeah, 100%. Well, Sky, I thank you for taking the time to join Prime Time. I really appreciate it. It's always fun to get these crossover shows. So, hey, thank you, man.
Thank you, good brother. Thank you. Appreciate the time. Have fun. And we got to do this again. Maybe one more time before the draft. Maybe the draft week, we can get that popping.
Yeah, all right. I love that idea. And, of course, Sky, every morning, in his words, not mine, 8:30-ish a.m. Central Time.
8:15-ish.
8:15-ish.
Heavy on the ish. Just let y'all know.
That's why you turn on the notifications. So you know whenever he goes live or I go live at nights. So thank you, Sky. Thank you to the YouTube chat. Make sure you smash the like button. Share the show. I will see you until Sunday. So that's the end of the week for Prime Time. But catch Skywalker still tomorrow morning on ADC Sports Dallas. And as always, ADC Sports Dallas Primetime brought to you by FreemanHyundai.com. So check out the ride of the week on their website. I will see you Sunday night. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy Shohei Ohtani, who has been pitching for the last few minutes. I will see you Sunday.